Okay, hi everybody, it's me. You know the story. It's Sunday. It's Gundam time. So most of Gundam, uh, was from Mercury. Um, this one's called Their Choice, episode 8. Now, I gotta look up this guy up. It seems every instance in this show so far, there's some guy who logistically gets in Soletta's and Mirine's way. First, it was Ghoul, who, okay, in the beginning he was, kind of a douche, but then we decided to like him. Then, Elin, which his beef was, oh, it's not like my machine, it's advanced. And then he's, you saying that he's going to beat her and take her Gundam away, blah, blah, blah. Now we have this guy, which is his name. Like I said, I'm going to look up right now because I need to know. I believe, I'm trying to remember now because his name eludes me at the moment, but I should be able to find it real quick. If I can find it. Oh, it was the guy who was with the blonde hair. Let me see here. Zenilil. Yeah, Zenili. Zenili Squadic. Now, Zenili, who was in other episodes, he's that guy with the blonde hair and the tan complexion who like runs the duels. His father, like Mercury's father, are a bunch of old crusty fossils who are too narrow-minded and says, all Gundams need to be destroyed. We can't have them. They're evil. Ooh. But logistically, the episode is constructed with them trying to build this company from last week's episode. But this guy, Zenili, he keeps throwing his weight around at Mirine and Stuletta, saying, oh, I can help you. Oh, I can do this. We should team up. That sort of thing. When it seems like when she obviously tries to recruit the mechanical team who was helping Stuletta, they're reluctant. Very so. And they don't want to build Gundams if it means they're going to be used for weapons. That's their problem. So we go through this whole diatribe of, they don't want to do it. And once again, Zenelli shows up again to Mirine saying, hey, I can help you. We should join forces. I'm going to try to convince my father to change his ways. Then, Mirine comes with a better plan. They got a promotion piece. They got a logo. They're all set. Instead of using it for weapons, they're going to use it for medical technologies to help people with injuries and such. Of course, Zenelli doesn't want that, and he gets his, let's just call them skanks, okay? A bunch of girls in a room who are a bunch of basically skanks. That's who they are. Basically, devote her company, it's gonna fail, and he's gonna want to take over, he's gonna take over the company, and then, okay, oh, it's eluding, they're gonna have another duel. Here's my problem so far with the show. We've had three male characters come into the fray and gotten in the way of Suletta and Mercury. As I said before, it was Gruel. Then it was Elin. Now it's this guy, Zanelli. Zanelli and Elin wanted the same thing. I want her Gundam. Now, I like to know where this is going, because if anyone's seen the intro for the new episodes, you notice something odd when they show Miriam's father. In the background, there are two Gundams and silhouettes that are not Ariel. So, figure it out. Now, this whole thing is kind of... I'm not saying I hate this anime, but we're going through this diatribe of, oh, a guy shows up. Oh, challenge for a duel. Next one, oh, a guy shows up. Challenge for a duel. Oh, next one, a guy. It's just like rinse and repeat. And I'm like, this is kind of, I don't want to say it's annoying, but it's kind of derailing the plot here. This rinse and repeat of duel, 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 like enough. Okay. You have duels at the school between mobile suit pilots. That's fine. Don't keep doing that. It's kind of annoying. And it's kind of bringing things to a stalemate here. Because first, it was Ghoul, who he just basically wanted, you know, the whole Marine's hand in marriage. Then you had Elin, who, he got pissed off because Soletta's machine wasn't like his. It was more advanced technology, and he challenged her. He wanted to take her Gundam away. Now you got this Zanelli, and his beef is she didn't agree to join forces with him. And now he wants the Gundam for himself. And I'm like, between Ghoul, Elin, and this guy, they're being coerced by their parents, or they're a copy trying to coerce the witches. But it's just like this diatribe of every week and every 2 weeks we have a duel. And I'm like, okay, I don't want this to be I understand this is how they're going about it, but I just hope this can just stop for a little while. Can we get to the meat and bones here? Because last week we had the alter kind of drama that was going on with them making this company, and now we're having another duel. Call me crazy, but I just don't understand why you gotta have a duel every 2 or 3, 4 freaking episodes. That's just my problem. But I digress. I thought this episode was good. I just find that now that they totally derailed the company because he wants to use it for war and weapons and make more Gundams, it just seems silly. And listen, but it's to be expected because this guy, Elin, the other guy, they're all space noids. That's how you look. That's how I ought to look at it. This show is really turning into space noids versus Earthlings, Federation versus Zeon. They're really hitting that home here. We haven't had any wars. We haven't had any, aside from Elin, we really haven't had, real deaths. If you think about it in this show, but I just feel like we're dragging. It's very draggy here with these duels. And I understand they're trying to move the plot, but if we're going to have every Mob, Bob, Bill, and Joe come into the fray, get in their way and say, Oh, I want this. Oh, duel time. Oh, I want this. Duel time. Like, what is this? I don't want to say Yu-Gi-Oh, but come on. I know in other animes they've had duels between students in certain, shows, but this just seems direct. I did like the episode, especially when Soletta was talking to her mother about it being a Gundam and everything, and she showed her arm. That kind of was like the forefront of the episode, I thought. And they went from there. But, I mean, it's like this Sinelli guy, listen, your father's telling you one thing, all Gundams need to be destroyed. You're saying his ideals are narrow-minded. And now you're shoehorning their operation. You're stealing it because, oh, I have a better idea. Yeah, one problem. Your father doesn't want you to do that. I don't know. I just find this to be very draggy right now. I understand there's a second core coming. I understand in the intro we're going to get something happening. But this continuation of rinse and repeat of the duels. I think at some point, this is going on 11 minutes. Stop this video. It's got to stop with the duels. It's like, come on. Just listen. Now, it should be noted, the guy who did this, the writer, did Gias. So maybe that's why. Because if I remember correctly, last thing I want to mention in this video, in Code Geass, they did happen. They did have duels. It was a constant thing. So maybe that's why it's happening like this. But I digress. It was a good episode. I thought last week's was better. I would probably give this a 9, 8.5 out of 10. Last week's was close to a 10 out of 10. But that's all I got to say. Take it or leave it. Tell me what you guys comment section below think. Now, I didn't want this to be a rant. It's not a rant, but I just feel like the dueling and now this Zanelli guy, I think you're pushing it a little too far. Push it back a bit. Can we push it back a bit? Like after this guy, I think you should just, that's it. After the Zanelli plot point and him, going on with the whole taking over the company. They have the duel, it's over, that's it. If we have another duel, I'm just going to be like, okay, what's going on here? But this is Bonkai 922. See you guys later. Should I call this duel or no duel? I'll see you guys later. Peace.